Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you put credit spreads. And I'm going to break it down very easy and very simply. I'm going to show you a strategy that I'm using that I'm winning on currently. And I want to emphasize this and the fact that I'm going to show you my strategy. Okay, it's very important that you come up with your own strategy. And the reason that I say this is because when I first started out, I would follow other people's strategy and I'd try to implement what they were doing, and I would end up losing on those trades. Okay, simply because it was their technique, right? So what I learned over the years is you take someone else's technique that they may do, or maybe a bunch of people's strategies, and then you incorporate it into your own. Okay, so you make it your own. So this is the one that I came up with. And before that you actually go live with your new strategy, you have to paper trade, okay? Don't risk your own money at first. Use fake money, right? So do a paper trade first and then implement it into the real world. So here we have SPY. Okay, so we're looking at SPY. So if we were going to do a put credit spread, we are betting that this stock is going to continuously go up, okay? So let me just show you real quick. If we bought this 570, we sold this 570 right here, right? So I'm just going to say that we sold this 570. And we are going to make this green because we just sold it. So we just sold this 570. If this is all we did, this is a naked put. Now, we would collect the most premium on this. And you might ask, well, why wouldn't we just do that? Because we're going to get the most premium. Well, the problem is if this stock, for whatever reasons, goes down. Let's say it goes down to 555. All right. So we're just going to put this down at 555. I'm going to make this red because it went where we didn't want it. So now the stock dropped all the way down to here. What would happen? Well, you're going to be assigned. And since this is a put, that means that 100 shares are being put into your account. Now, we sold this to someone else. And this was their insurance. This was saying that, hey, if this stock goes down here, they can sell it off at $570. Even though the stock's worth $555. So what does that mean? Well, real simple. If this is all that we have and we don't have any insurance, it's just a naked put, we have to buy 100 shares at $570. So you take 570 times 100. So it's $57,000 that you have to have in your account because now you own 100 shares of SPY or whatever stock that you're doing because they were put into your account. Okay? So even though the stock's only worth $555, you had to buy it at $570, okay? So this is why we do credit spreads. So what we would do in this case, so let's just get rid of this one. Delete. Okay. So when we sell the 570, we're going to want to buy insurance, okay? So the insurance is going to protect us from that bottom side, right? So if we bought a 570, let's say we buy insurance for 565, all right? So let's do this here, and we're going to make this 565. Make this red because this is our insurance. Now, if the stock goes all the way down here to 545, it doesn't matter because we bought our insurance. So even though that we get assigned, we can get assigned these, we're gonna be able to sell it back off at 565 because the other person that sold us this has to then buy these stocks from us. Okay, so they're being assigned to him. So even though, it went past 570, all that we're losing is the difference between the 570 and the 565. So that would be, the $500 right there. So that's all we would lose on this trade. All right, so let's take a look at this real quick. So let me show you how I figure out what I'm going to trade. Okay, so I'm going to bring over my spreadsheet here. All right, so this is the spreadsheet that I came up with, all right? And basically what I do is these are all the ones that I've already done. I have one that's in play right now. These are all the ones that already closed. Now, what I do is I take the current stock price, all right? And I'm going to fill this in with you guys, okay? So I take the current stock price, I take the current high and the current low. And then all right, the market just opened. And then I get the 90-day average. All right, from the 90-day average is where I'll get my buy and sell strikes. All right, so let's do this together. So SPY right now is at, let's do this. SPY is at 584.68. So let's do 584.68. Now the high, it's currently at a high, so we'll say 584.66. And then the low, let's find the low here. The low is 517.38. So 517.38. So it gives us 90-day average of 562.24. So what I do now is I put that on here. So let's do this, and then we do 562.24. All right. So there, this is our 90-day average. Now, what I also have in here is I have our 7-day single moving average and our 30-day single moving average. This is very important. So what I'm looking for in the stock that I want to put a trade in on is I want the single moving averages both above our 90-day, and I want our stock price well above our 90-day. Okay, so looking at this is what we'd be looking at. All right, so we have a 562.24 90-day average. Okay, so I'd be looking at a 562 or a 560, whatever it is. All right, and see this automatically, I already have this, so it automatically calculates in. So I'm doing $500 spreads. All right, so then we'd be buying the 557. We'll talk about the deltas here in just a sec. So let's go over and look at this trade. When I'm doing trades, I like to be closest to 45 days out as possible. Okay, so here's 45 days, perfect. So let's take a look at this. So I said 562 is the one that we'd probably be looking at. And here it is. All right, so 562 is currently between 523 and 526. This is what we're going to sell it for. So I'm just going to say 526. All right, so 526, and I'll show you the spreadsheet here in just a second. And then we're going to buy the 557. So the 557 is between 453 and 455. So we'll just call this 454. All right, and then we have our sell delta, which the 562 is currently at -23. All right, so let's do -23. And our buy delta for the 557 is at -20. All right, -20. Expiration date is November 29th, 2024. All right, so let me get this back over here. Okay, so if we were looking at SPY, we have a 584.68 stock price. The high was 584.66. The low was 517.38. Our 90-day average is 562.24. So we'll be looking at the 562 strike to sell, and we'd be buying the 557 as our insurance. Okay, so that's a 500 spread. All right, so we'd be risking $500 minus the premium that we collect. Okay, our sell delta is -23. And our buy delta is -20. When I'm looking at any type of options, any type of credit spreads, I don't want to be over 30. Like, I want to be under 30, okay? So 21, 22, 23, 25, that's all good. As you start getting 27, 28, 29, 30, that gets a little bit risky for me, and that's probably one that I won't enter in on, okay? Because we want to win, right? Most of the time. So what we would do here is the premium that we would collect on this is $5.26. So $526. The cost of insurance to buy is $4.54, which is $454. Okay. So if you take these two and you subtract the one from the other, that's going to give us a credit of 72 cents. So that's $72. All right. So if we're looking at how much we can make on this, if we take profit at, this should be at 50%, I believe, X16. Yeah, okay. So normally we do at 50% profit. You can get greedy if you want, but you know what happens if you usually get greedy? You usually end up, losing. So we like to be right around 50%. So we would take our profit at 36 cents. All right, so that would give us our net profit of $36. All right, we're risking 500 minus our $72. So the most that we can lose on this trade is if you take 500 minus 72 is $420. All right. Now, if you look up here, what I did is I want to be over 6% profit. All right. And that is basically I'm risking $500. And then of that $500, I want, to make at least 6% of that. Right. So that's where I get this profit percentage. So that's what I'm looking at. All right. So yeah, you may look at this and be like, that's not a lot of money. And I get it. But as you start getting better and as you start trading more, you can start upping these contracts, right? So let me just show you what I did here. So let's say on this one, I bought 5 contracts. Look, now we just got $168, right? And that didn't work out, the profit, whatever. But if you buy 10 contracts, now it's $338. So you can see as you start buying more contracts, you can start increasing your profit. But here's what I want to point out. All right. So let's say that you did that. So as we're looking at our charts here, okay, if you were to double your contracts, right? So now you're doubling your risk. What happens if this stock drops? All right. You need to have enough cash. Now you can see in here that, again, this is a small account. But if I did a 500 spread, which is already one out there, that leaves us with $1,400 available to make a move, which then we can roll out that credit spread if we need to, which I can make another video. Well, actually, I did make another video on rollouts if you watch one of my vlogs. But that would give us enough cash to be able to roll out in case this went against us, okay? If you put too many spreads out, like if we have $1,400 and we do three contracts, which we couldn't, but let's just say we did 2, that eats up $1,000. So now only left is $460. So if that trade goes against us, we can't roll it. We're stuck. We're stuck in it. All right. The last thing I want to point out before I let you guys go here is the 21 days to expiration. You always want to know your 21 days to expiration. And here's why it's important. 21 days to expiration is when theta really starts to fall off. Okay. So theta is going to work in your favor. And after 21 days expiration, that theta is going to be, like I said, it's going to be in your favor. However, after 21 days expiration is your best chance that you can get assigned that option. All right, whether it's a call or a put, that's your best chance that you can get assigned that. And you don't want to get assigned it. Even it could be an early assignment. Even if it's going, a little bit against you, you can get early assigned on it. It doesn't happen often, but it can happen. That's why at 21 days of expiration, that's really when you want to start watching your trade. Either you're going to get out of it and take a loss, you're going to stick with it because maybe it's going in the right direction. Like if I was looking at this one right here, like let me show you one of my plays. So we have a play on gold. All right, gold's kind of dropped off a little bit, but you can see here's my 90-day average. We sold the 235 strike and we bought the 230. Okay. Now our 21 days of expiration is going to be this Friday. All right. But you can see that we have plenty of room. Both of our single moving averages are up. If you look at where we're at 47 cents. We want to take profit at 38 cents. So we're pretty close. So if it comes Friday, and let's just say the stock is still right around here, I'm going to still watch it. I'm still going to stay in the play. I'm not going to close out and do anything. But if this started coming down here, I would get out of it. Okay, because it's just too close. After that 21 days expiration, that theta is working in our favor, but also it's your best chance of getting that option assigned to you. All right, so I hope this went a lot longer than I wanted, but I wanted to make a simple video on put credit spreads so you understand them. Okay, I do have a video on how I created this spreadsheet, which I'll leave in the comments. I also have a video that goes over credit spreads in detail, breaks it down, how it works, what insurance is, and all that fun stuff. So if you don't know what that is, go ahead and check it out. But look, guys, you don't need a huge account to trade credit spreads. You can start small, which is why I started this account and started a vlog just to show that you can build a small account. Okay, you don't have to take massive wins. All right, we want base hits, we want singles, but it all adds up over time. Okay, and as this grows, you can start increasing your contracts. All right, but you want to be cautious and know what you're doing before you increase too many contracts and then wipe out all your winnings. All right, so the rule of thumb is 100. Do 100 trades of what you're doing, and then take your wins and losses to see if that strategy is a strategy that works out. If after 100 trades you are winning 95% of the time, go with it. You got a good strategy, you know. If not, tweak it a little bit and use paper trading to your advantage. Use it there. You know, it's practice is always good. All right. But again, guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave it in the comments box below. But I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.